Remember the intoxicating rush of new love? The world seems brighter, more vibrant. Every glance, every touch sends shivers down your spine. You feel seen, cherished, adored.
He hangs on to your every word, captivated by your essence. His laughter fills your days with sunshine. You share dreams, aspirations, and intimate secrets. In his eyes, you see a reflection of your best self. The world melts away when you are together. Time loses all meaning as you lose yourselves in each other's embrace.
You discover hidden facets of yourself awakened by his love. His presence is a comforting warmth, a safe haven from the world's storms. You paint your future together in strokes of hope and promise.
There's an undeniable spark, a magnetic pull that draws you closer. You revel in the joy of shared experiences, creating memories that you believe will last a lifetime. The future stretches before you, filled with the promise of everlasting love.
But then slowly, subtly, something begins to shift. The grand gestures fade. Those loving glances become less frequent. His attention wanders, his focus divided. You feel a knot of unease in your stomach, a whisper of doubt that you try to ignore.
You find yourself questioning his whereabouts, your mind racing with scenarios. The warmth in his eyes seems dimmer, replaced by a distant gaze.
Doubt creeps into your thoughts, whispering insidious suggestions. You start to question your worth, wondering if you are no longer enough. The once unwavering confidence you felt begins to waver. You try to recapture the magic, to reignite the spark, but it feels like chasing after smoke.
He seems distant, preoccupied with other things. The fear of losing him tightens its grip, casting a shadow over your happiness.
You start to question yourself, wondering where you went wrong. Did you do something to push him away? Are you no longer interesting enough, funny enough, beautiful enough? The self-doubt grows, feeding on your insecurities.
You try to rationalize his behavior, making excuses for his lack of attention. You convince yourself that it's just a phase, that he's stressed, that things will go back to the way they were. But deep down, you know that something is amiss.
The joy you used to feel in his presence is replaced by a dull ache in your chest. You find yourself walking on eggshells, afraid to say or do anything that might push him further away. You lose yourself in trying to please him, to win back his love, forgetting your own needs in the process. Your self-worth becomes entangled with his affection, leaving you feeling vulnerable and depleted. It's in these moments of quiet despair that you realize something profound. Your worth is not defined by his love, his attention, or his validation. Your value comes from within, from the love and respect you have for yourself.
You begin to focus on yourself, nurturing your passions and rediscovering your own identity. You reconnect with friends, engage in activities that bring you joy, and rediscover the strength and resilience you always possessed.
The journey inward is not easy. It requires courage to face your fears, to acknowledge your pain, and to challenge the negative self-talk that has taken root in your mind.
You realize that you deserve to be with someone who chooses you every day, someone who cherishes and adores you for the amazing woman you are.
With newfound clarity, you start setting boundaries. You refuse to accept breadcrumbs of affection, to settle for half-hearted gestures. You deserve someone who shows up fully, who meets you with the same level of love and respect that you offer. You are done dimming your light for someone else's comfort.
You refuse to compromise your self-respect for the sake of holding on to a love that no longer serves you. You are not afraid to walk away from situations that diminish your spirit or make you question your worth. Setting boundaries is not selfish. It's a radical act of self-love. It's about honoring your own needs and desires and refusing to settle for anything less than you deserve.
You deserve to be treated with respect, kindness, and consideration. You are worthy of a love that is reciprocated, a love that nourishes your soul and celebrates your authentic self. You begin to see the relationship for what it truly is, a slow fade of unreciprocated love. The realization is both liberating and heartbreaking. You mourn the loss of the dream you once shared, the future you envisioned together. But through the tears, you find a glimmer of hope, a strength you didn't know you possessed.
You realize that staying in a relationship where your needs are not met, where your love is not reciprocated, is slowly chipping away at your self-esteem. You deserve more than empty promises and half-hearted attempts. Staying in a stagnant relationship, holding on to the ghost of what once was, will only lead to resentment and further erode your sense of self. It's time to face the truth, however painful it may be. You deserve to be with someone who chooses you, someone who sees your worth, someone who cherishes the ground you walk on.
You gather your courage and make the difficult decision to walk away. It's a choice born from self-love, a recognition that you deserve more than a love that leaves you feeling empty and unworthy. It's a declaration that you are worthy of a love that sets your soul on fire, a love that reflects the incredible woman you are. You realize that walking away is not a sign of weakness, but an act of incredible strength. It takes courage to choose yourself, to prioritize your happiness over the comfort of familiarity. You are not afraid to walk alone, to embrace the unknown, knowing that you are capable of creating a life filled with joy, love, and fulfillment. Walking away from a love that no longer serves you is never easy. It's a process filled with grief, uncertainty, and doubt. But remember, you are not defined by your relationship status. Letting go is never easy. It's a process of grieving, of releasing the hopes and dreams you once held for the relationship. But in the space of letting go, you create room for something new, something even more beautiful to emerge.
Trust that the universe has a plan for you, a plan that is far greater than you can imagine. Embrace the unknown with open arms. See this as an opportunity for growth, a chance to rediscover yourself and create a life that truly lights you up. You are not defined by your past relationships, but rather by the lessons you learn and the strength you gain from them. Allow yourself to feel the full spectrum of your emotions without judgment. Give yourself permission to heal, to grow, and to emerge from this experience stronger and more resilient than ever before. Surround yourself with people who uplift you, who remind you of your worth, and who believe in your ability to create a life filled with love and happiness.
As you heal and grow, you begin to rediscover the joy and beauty in your life. You reconnect with your passions, nurture your friendships, and embrace the freedom that comes from choosing yourself. You realize that your happiness is not dependent on another person, but rather on the love and acceptance you cultivate within yourself. You begin to see the world through a new lens, a lens of self-love and empowerment. You attract people into your life who reflect this newfound sense of worthiness.
You are a radiant, powerful woman, capable of creating a life filled with love, joy, and purpose. Embrace the journey, my darling. Trust that the right love will find its way to you, a love that honors your worth and celebrates the incredible woman you are. Never settle for anything less than a love that makes you feel seen, heard, and cherished.